Good Monday morning to everyone. I'm going to bring this light a little closer. There we go. And I was just sitting here in my new 20 plus year old creation. I only say that because I bought the fabric for this robe over 20 years ago when I first worked at Joann's in the 90s. So anyway, yeah, and I have to roll the sleeves up while I'm cooking, but I'm going to roll them back down for right now because my hands are cold. And I thought I'd do a flip of my gnome book and maybe draw a gnome. I'm not going to sit here and color it because the coloring takes forever. Hi, Anne. But I thought I'd do a flip of my gnome book. I'm trying to make sure I'm pulling out some of my old journals from my journals in the works bucket that I have. It's like a pan, and I've put all of the journals I've started in it. So these are pretty old. That one never got colored because I didn't like him. Sorry, guy. But then I started doing gnomes. So this turned into my gnome book. And I only work on the left-hand page in this one. And I just love doing the gnomes. And I think I did these with watercolor, it looks like. And they are pretty cute. And we've named them. This is Beatrice. It's dry season. Is anybody else starting to get the old dry hands? Of course, that's Merlin. Makes it hard to turn the pages. Nicholas, of course. I need to dig out some hand lotion. Well, that's Joshua or Josh sitting on the mushroom. That one got named Saul for some reason. Not sure why. Hi, Marty. Good morning. This is Johnny. He's spreading his apples around. Blossom. She turned out cute. I like her. Andy. Sven. He's got a Swedish sweater on. And Jacob and Jordan. Mr. Socks. Ruby. And he doesn't have a name. He's my favorite. I just love how he turned out. I love how I got his toes on there. This is Flip Zappa. Autumn Eve. And that one needs to be colored. And of course, when I color them, I clean them up a bit. I'm an original. I'm so basic. Gnomes with Janet M. Young, November of 2022. So that's where we are. Hi, Angie. Good morning. So I got a drawing pencil and the paper. I flipped it back. So I'll just draw and look at chat occasionally. I always start with their noses. I don't know why. Just start with his nose. He's going to have a kind of a big nose. And then give him some cheekbones. I try not to go too dark with the pencil because I go over everything with pen after it's painted. You know, I bring all my lines back up. So I don't know if I want him to have. Put his hat on up here. Put some of his hair peeking out. I got him too big for the page. I'm out of practice. Oh, and Marty's got the trolley out for the early birds. I have not eaten breakfast yet. We'll just draw as much of him that will fit in here. And Scott got off for work. He left about 40 minutes ago. He's too big for the page. That's okay. Put his hands behind his back. So there's our little Gnome. See him? Hi, Janet. Good morning. I'm not going to stay on long. I'm trying to remember what I colored those others with. I swear it looked like watercolor. So let me go grab some water, and we'll just, if it's watercolor, it's watercolor. If it's not, oh well. It's going to be watercolor on this one. I think maybe I put watercolor and then just came in with some colored pencil, kind of like Dee Dee does sometimes. And I am out of paper towels, so I will have to just use my, well, that's my pressing cloth. Let me see if I can locate a rag real quick here. Here's another one. This will work. Yeah, this one's been used with paint before, so that'll work out good. I'll just lay in some color. I'll just use some scribble sticks. Maybe that's what I did before. Because the scribble sticks, you can use your lid of your container to mix your colors if you want to. It's almost got some nice skin tone in here. Just get it wet. And we'll just lay in some skin color-ish looking. And yeah, I can bring in colored pencils to brighten everything up, but we'll get some color on him. And this is drawing paper. It's not watercolor paper, so I don't want to get it too wet, you know. So, Anne, I was watching you yesterday when we got back. I don't know. My gouache is not set up for easy use, so I don't know. But maybe let's get a little bit darker color. Wet it up. Just bring it in up here like a shadow. And you can even all this out with your colored pencils later. Maybe put some in the crease of his nose, under here. Maybe a little under his lip. And those folios that Anne's making are really cool. Good morning, Teresa. How are you? Let's see. I don't have a really nice dark green in this. Let's see. This is, put a little black down and mix these two together. See if this will be enough to do his hat. And the commuters are all taking off. I can hear the planes starting up. So they can get up to Charlotte for their 9 o'clock appointments. Or down to Atlanta. That's the only two places that you seem to get flights out of here. So, let's see here. I think I want his coat to be brown. I'll put some brown on my lid. I like to scrabble the scribble sticks in the lid like a palette. Then I leave it open to dry until, it's all dried up. And maybe this will be a leather coat. His arm's a little goofy, but I'm not going to worry about it. This is just for play and fun. I don't have any projects whatsoever planned to go into December or any of that right now. I'm just going to work in that little creative wanderlust, and we'll work in that on Wednesday. But I would like to put a short video up each day if I could. And my blood sugar's coming down. I just got to remember not to eat any sweets or pasta or, any of the stuff that raises it up really high. All the stuff I like to make. So I'm not baking anymore, which is a bummer. If I had some blipping self-control, but I don't. I'll tell you that right now. If it's in the house, it's going to be eaten because I mindlessly eat, and I know that too. And I got to be more mindful. That's all there is to it. I don't like this. That's got to go because you won't see his shirt. His beard will be there. Hi, Joyce. Good morning. And I keep telling myself that I'm going to be adding colored pencil on top of this. This is just kind of a base coat. So that's why it's so light. And I'll pull out my Prismacolors and I'll watch Janet Nash and a little of Dee Dee. Then I jump to Janet Nash and I jump back to Dee Dee on Monday mornings. That's how my Monday morning goes. I'm going to wait till it warms up to go for my walk today because it's only 41 here this morning when we woke up. It's colder this year, I think, than it was last year. Wonder what a temperature blanket would have looked like. And I saw there's people doing the temperature thing where you do your high temperatures for each day, but they're doing it in embroidery floss on a piece of fabric. So I'm thinking I might do that for a project for next year. I'm going to pull straight off the crayon for the brown now. And I just wet on there. And I'm just going to use that up under his fur collar here. Maybe under his arm a little bit. I-77 is picking up speed too. You can hear the trucks out there. I need to start working on our Christmas card too. I'm wondering how much it would cost me to just do prints, and order prints from like Walgreens or somewhere. And I could use those on my cards this year. I got to draw it first. I like to do just one really good painting and then make copies and make my cards out of that. So everybody gets the same card from me. It's just something I've done with my own hands though. I'll look at chat here in just a second. Is anybody doing the December daily thing? I found that I will make a journal and plan to do it, and I'll never put anything in it. So I'm not even going to do it this year. It's just a pointless endeavor for me. I took some real pretty pictures on our walk yesterday that I'm going to print with my little Canon selfie printer to put in the little journal I have in my autumn journal. I'll just print those off. If I print multiple pictures on a postcard, then I can cut them apart and put them in that tiny little book that I made. Oh, the woodpecker's out there on the suet cake. You can hear him. Chuk, chuk. I want this to kind of look like leather. That's what I'm going for at least. Whoops, got a little bit on his belt. Need more water. You're doing it as a TN insert this year? I'm not sure what that is, Brenda. A tip in? I find as we are getting older, we do less Christmassy kind of stuff, so there's loads for us to do. I mean, our city is Christmas in Casey, so I really should do a journal and record everything that's going on in the area. It's a big thing. They have a big Christmas parade, and when they turn the lights on, they have carolers and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, there's plenty to do. I'm going to leave that at that. All right. And I want to add some rosiness to his cheeks. But I think I'd like to do his eyes next. Let's see if we can activate this blue over here. Might put some more over. There we go. Now, we want just that part to be blue. Put some rosy color on my lid. That way I can mix it with some of this more skin color so it's not completely shocking pink. And we'll just dab a little bit of that on him. His eye wasn't dry enough. I should have waited a little bit on the top of his nose. We might do that again, do a drive-through of the Christmas lights. They try to do them a little different each year, but you can tell it's the same things, like the train and the airplane and that kind of stuff. But it is fun. Trying to even this out a little bit. We wanted to get up to the mountains to see the leaves, but car repairs and all that add up quickly. Our car is still in the shop. Scott was smelling a gas leak at the passenger side back corner of the car. So we took it back in, and our mechanic said he would do his best. I don't know. I don't know if it's because Scott drives it daily that maybe it's time for a new car, but we can't afford a new car. So yeah, I'm adding some black to the brown I already had here. Just to put some on this belt. It's not very dark, but that's okay. I go quiet when I'm painting because I have to concentrate. That's why I don't do it very often on a live, because I forget to talk. His belt loop's way too big for this belt, but that's okay. Let's pull some straight from the black. Yeah, if you have Netflix, I would highly recommend All the Light We Cannot See. I can't recommend it enough. I enjoyed it that much. It was just really good. I don't know if I can put white down here or not, but we'll try. It's going to get a little gray mixed in, but that's okay. Let's just kind of washing in his beard. I think his fur collar is going to be like animal skin fur collar. And I'll see what I can do with colored pencils to bring that out more. The part shortage, and I think we're still dealing with the results of the virus, because I think the supplies are not reaching us yet. And I know that my friend that has become a truck driver, she is on the road constantly, only comes home like one weekend a month. I mean, she drives all over the East Coast and out west. I mean, she's all over the country taking and delivering stuff for people. So if you've got somebody that needs work, I would suggest going into truck driving, but it's really quite needed right now, I think. Let's mix some, I think this is the brown. Some brown, maybe a little of the pink with it. See what I get. Get a different shade of brown. Lay it in here. Here's my fur collar. Try not to get in the part I want to be his beard. Add a little black to it. And I'll do something with colored pencils to bring that out more. Maybe for the inside of his mouth, I'll use a little of this dark. Let that dry some. Yeah, I don't want to buy any new one either. They're way overpriced. Way overpriced. Of course, I have a problem spending more than $10,000 on a car. I just do. I don't need any of the special features. I don't need to know what the song is on the radio so I can sing along. I don't need a GPS. I can use my phone. I don't need all the hoopla. I just need a car that functions to get me from point A to point B. I don't live in my car. At least not yet, put it that way. Oh, you never know where you might end up. So I never say never. He's walking on a blue sky day. Just giving him a little background there. Now, see if I can use my t-shirt cloth here and pick up some of that. Here we go. Craig's friend came over and hung out for a long time yesterday. Woo, that'll dry lighter. It'll dry lighter. I'm not going to worry with putting the black and white in the eyes. Deal with that with colored pencil. Yeah, you just got to find the parts. Scott sometimes can get parts from Rock Auto when the part supplying places don't have them. And we found with our Buick, the one that's in the shop, the OEM parts, the ones that come directly from the dealer, sometimes are a better deal because the aftermarket has gotten so bad that it's just better to get the parts, directly from whoever built your car. Whether it's Ford, GM, whatever. All right. This has got to dry, and then I'll come in with my Prismacolors and sit and color. So here he is. Hi, Sophia. Here's this gnome. He's a work in progress. He's not finished, but we'll have to come up with a name for him. I left his belt buckle and all of that because I'll use the gold gel pen for those. So I'm not going to use paint on those. And his beard and stuff I'll work on with colored pencils. So he's bigger than I've been doing in here, but that's okay. I don't want to tip it, but yeah, I need to get them so they're small like this. I think I did that one with the scribble sticks too. So there we go. And I don't sign and date them until I'm done with them. He needs color. Oh, goodness. All right. So I'll let you guys go. Janet will be on after a while, and so will Dee Dee. Exactly. Just more things to go wrong. All right. I hope everybody has a wonderful Monday, and I will see some of you in Dee Dee's and then Janet's and then Dee Dee's. So bye, guys.